Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of LEGO Marvel Superheroes. Let us continue. We are down to the last 3 story modes, I believe. And we got all the character modes and everything for the Deadpool levels. Yeah, we've already done all the Deadpool levels, which are added at the end. 15 plus 11, technically that they're saying they gave you 26 levels. It's kind of hard to justify that because each Deadpool scene is only one scene, where each story level is at least 3 scenes, so they're 3 times as long. Last time we did the Rapturous Rise. This time we are doing Magnetic Personality. So in this level we have no mini kits, we didn't get True Believer, and we didn't save Stanley. So this is one of the ones where we will get 3 gold bricks at the end of this recording, I believe. So 45 plus another 11.
That's Magneto's space station.
Probably
Asteroid M.
56
We don't know much about
scenes,
it, but it is sure to be swarming with bad guys and booby traps. Any SHIELD agent attempting to gain entry should proceed with extreme caution.
And I imagine what they did is they added the 11 Deadpool levels because they'd either been working on them or because they were contracted to
hey guys.
do
at least at the apartment.
A certain number of levels, quote unquote, whatever that is. You start to see that in a lot of games, is that at the very beginning of development they have a number in mind, whether they are legally required to make that number or not.
You do know
they will work hard
His involvement is vital to my rule.
to achieve that number.
You can be in charge of.
Kind of like cheating.
Metal
A lot of times they will cheat to achieve that number.
Intruders! I will deal with them.
Dr. Doom, our victory is nigh.
Honestly, I think Dr. Doom and Magneto would probably work together pretty well for bad guys. Probably not very well for normal people, but they,
Really? How did
they
Doom
sort
get
of have
preferred parking?
similar
Let's tell him.
ways of thinking, I think.
Hey, no, gentlemen, give our guests here a warm reception to our humble abode.
Excelsior. So, magnetic powers are needed here. So this. Assemble. Sometimes you have to be closer to the center of where you're going to need to assemble something. There we go. Let's just see if we can assemble this. No? Come on. Let me build this stupid thing. See if I can nudge these bricks. So these bricks are dancing. I should be able to assemble it, and yet none of my characters are letting me do it. So let's leave that one alone for a while. Over here. Jeez, how do I open this? This feels like a telepathic puzzle. 2 out of 3. Open this, open that. Come over here and get that one. So of course we got True Believer already. Let's see. Need to pull this open. Need to put the fire out, so I'll just come over here and turn into Iceman. Seems like we always need Iceman and Cyclops when we are dealing with a X-Men bad guy. It really wouldn't surprise me if it turned out that this was like 3 separate Marvel Lego games at one point in their minds. Because it looks like there's a decent start here to do both an X-Men game and an Avengers game and possibly a Spider-Man game. Let's see. I think they probably saved themselves time and by eliminating the badder parts of each of those potential games and just combining it to be a single Marvel superheroes game. But then it makes no sense because the newest one that they're releasing is called Lego Marvel Avengers. And maybe that's just a branding thing that they've decided to do. And in all actuality, it's going to just be the sequel to this game. And have all these characters that we play and more. Although more doesn't really help. They need to specifically start over from scratch at this point. This game with its main characters that you can play as have had their time in the spotlight. I would say what they need to do is specifically say we're not going to have Iron Man, the Hulk, Spider-Man, Captain America, or anybody else on this entire first row. I would say none of those could be the main characters in the sequel, and they need to take a moment and focus on some other group. Find that many new characters in the rest of the Marvel Universe and have them do something. Have them be given their own time in the spotlight. Can I assemble this yet? Do I need magnetic powers? Or power cosmic? Maybe I needed power cosmic there. What is this? I'm riding just a shark. A robotic shark, okay. So that looks like everything in this section. We have 4 out of 10. We also need to find Stanley and Carol. Is he in this section? Well, we hope he's not in this section if we just exhausted the entire room in the space. See if we can break the Stark plane. Run around here just to make sure there's no Stanley in peril. It doesn't seem like he is stuck anywhere over here. So I think we can safely run to the next scene.
End of the line for you, I'm afraid. Do see yourself out. I'm rather busy.
So this will probably be a slightly longer one. I bet. Because it took us 10 minutes just to get through that first section. Let's find somebody with some claws. Well, who's the character with claws? Spider-Man doesn't have claws. He doesn't. Silver Surfer doesn't have claws. Thanos doesn't have claws. Interesting. No claw character. I think the way they program the free play modes seems to be a mess. They in Lego Star Wars they gave you one of each character class always, and you ended up with like 5 characters extra at minimum, if not more, as you unlock more things. And yeah, that wasn't ideal either, but for the game to not have any capable characters show up at all still doesn't really solve the problem.
Well, when one has to go.
Did Thor just make a joke?
Well, how do... Am I supposed to come over here and use it? Ah. Oh, okay, so that's a toilet. We magnetically made a man on the toilet. And now... charge up. Here's another Deadpool cameo. And out into space he goes in the giant toilet. So I can climb up here and get this one, but what seems to be an obvious place for a red brick instead is a minigun. Seems completely apparent that they were planning on giving us red bricks in the main levels as they have in the past, and change their mind. I'm not really against the change either. I think it was by putting them in Deadpool levels, which are only one scene, it's a lot harder to miss them, even though they are kind of hidden. Instead of having to find the red brick that was a red brick detector and turning around and using that to find all the other red bricks, just having us, let's see, there's a couple more. Let's see, just having us deal with all of those things in the small Deadpool levels worked really well. So, definite improvement there. I don't know what the real solution is. I think the real solution as far as the red bricks is probably just unlock them by default if you can. I think that solves it even better. If I could have just bought the coin doubler as soon as I had 1,000,000 studs, that's really where I would have preferred it to have been.
I am Thor, god of thunder and lightning.
Also, we can go back to my thought. Perhaps it should just be, instead of even buying it with studs, get rid of the stud currency for those, and instead just have it where your characters level up. Well, not your characters per se, but just the player
Spider
levels up.
sense again. What is
So, by the time he's halfway through the game, he will always be at a very particular level, which would always give you the doubler. Alright. Well, I don't think it's too bad if they made me purchase it, as long as it was already unlocked. Okay, so how do I control this guy? I'm trying to psychically control this guy. It's not working. Let's change to the Phoenix. How about that? That'd probably help. So we got a face here, and get the beep prompt, and then hit it. There we go. So we are missing 2 still. I see 1 labeled here. Nothing there. That needs Mr. Fantastic. Oops. Mr. Fantastic through this grating. Apparently one can be electrocuted while walking through the grating. Really? Get rid of all these guys and girls. All these bad guys and girls. Now let's go to Sandman since he's closer and use this. There we go. Close that grate. We have 1 more collectible. Is it in the next scene? I would have to assume it is. But we'll fly all around here and double check. We've not saved Stan Lee either. That's right, right? He's not smiling. No, I don't think he is. So Stan Lee and Peril should be somewhere around here. I don't want to overlook them. So we'll run through this level the right way, I guess. So these guys are much like the sections of Lego Star Wars, where they just keep coming out of the tubes. it is just as annoying this time as it was the other time. No Stanley over here. No Stanley over here. Nothing over here. I don't hear him screaming for help either. So let's move on to the next section. Oh, apparently they've adjusted this, so I only have to do this with one character. Nope. What am I missing here? There must be something I have to psychically move. Let's go back to Jean Grey. So we missed something. There must be some story part we've got to activate. Like this part here has to be fixed. How do we fix it? We probably come over. This totally looks like something you would do with psychic ability or something else. We'll go over the Phoenix again. Can't target this. Okay, there's one bad guy.
I am Thor, god of thunder and lightning.
And we activated all of this. And there's nothing here. Can't activate that again. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to blow up these. No? Seems like there would be a switch or something. Because there was nothing under here. Maybe actually stuck. May have screwed up somehow. Because there's nothing. Let's go ahead and save and continue. We had Magneto here. This bridge needs to be fixed. Who could fix this bridge? It wouldn't be Magneto, it wouldn't be Loki, it wouldn't be Spider-Man. I have no clue. Yeah, I just have no clue as to what ability. I mean, this looks like psychic ability, sure, but it's just not working. I must have messed it up. Let's see. So this works. The core of it is this is missing piece. And for this to work, I need this to blow up. And for that to blow up, I cannot pull that. There's no like gold bricks anywhere. Are there? Oh, this is irritating. Super irritating. As Spider-Man, we were supposed to climb up this wall. Maybe this will trigger something. No. Pulled that. And I climbed up here to get a mini kit. Oh, this is irritating. Return to New York City, we have to. We have to do it. We have to start the whole level over again. I may even have to play it in story mode, which would be rather irritating.
Hey, don't.
That was partially my fault, but partially the game's fault too. Free play is supposed to be free play. So we get True Believer for 1 gold brick. We didn't save Stanley in Peril, which is probably probably means we may have missed that one too. I don't know. So let's hop back into this. It's been 30 minutes and we haven't done the level. Oh, I wanna cry, I wanna cry. Free play, accept, go. Let's see if we can skip things. See if we can skip things. Come on, game. Let me skip.
That's Magneto's space station, Asteroid M. We don't know much about it, but it is sure to be swarming with bad guys and booby traps. Any SHIELD agent attempting to gain entry should proceed with extreme caution.
No skipping there. Can I skip now? Quarter, can I skip this? If I hit start and skip, yes.
Hey, gentlemen, give our guests here a warm reception to our humble abode.
Alright. So we need to do this. And we need Spider-Man's ability to do this. And then Electro's ability. I believe. Is that who this is? No, this is Nova. Nova just has fire ability, interesting. Custom W. There we go. So that should change. That should close one of these and give us the pieces we need. Here we go, hit that. Charge that up. I think I have all the pieces now, so I can assemble this. And so it doesn't have to take a while if you don't have to get any of the collectibles. Let's just quickly fly around and double check there's no Stanley in peril. Doesn't seem like it. Alright. Move on to the next section. Next section, I'm not gonna cheat.
End of the line for you, I'm afraid. Do see yourself out. I'm rather busy.
So I want to just... We know Thor is probably a character that was in this. What's some... Want to build this? See, now that activates that section. Fine.
Well, when one has to go.
Did Thor just make a joke? My spider sense again. What is it?
Break that. So I pulled this. And that activates a break in the glass. So I can make an electromagnet. that activates that.
My spider sense again. What is it?
So I see Magneto over there. That activates that. Let's come over here. Close that up. What am I not getting? What am I not getting?
I am Thor, god of thunder and lightning.
So the reason this should work though, this totally should be working. Because I don't have 3 characters. I think this level's broken. I think this level is undoable in its current state. I don't think you can do it in free play mode. Because normally you would have another character come over here and hold this down, and then you'd have your 3rd character do that. There's just no solution here. This whole thing is missing that point. And I can sit here and try and target it all I want. As long as that one's covered, it's going to not work. Unless there was something here that would break the door. Yeah, this level is just broken. It has to be. It should be prompting me. There's no reason why it shouldn't be prompting me. Let's see if we change to, for example, Mr. Fantastic instead of Spider-Man. Not Captain America, Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, you can't do it. Alright, fine. So we have to play it in story mode. How incredibly frustrating. What? I mean, that's unacceptable. That is totally unacceptable that you cannot play past a certain point in this level in free play mode. Let's spend 40 minutes. Let's hurry up and do this again. Let me know down in the comments and let other people know if there is a way for that to work. That's game-breaking bug there. Completely unable to continue. And if I can't do this in story mode, if that was just broken in both ways, then you're talking a complete like end of the game, no point in continuing to play. Of course we know we can't beat this in
Asteroid M.
story mode,
We don't know much
because
about
we
it, but
have
it is
done
sure
it
to
in
be
story
swarming
mode,
with
unless
bad guys and booby
some
traps.
bug has
Any shield
developed
agent
now.
attempting to gain entry should proceed with extreme caution.
Trying to hit start, trying to skip. So for
Gentlemen,
the third
give our
time,
guests here a warm reception to our humble abode.
Nobody is ever happy to see us. Anyone have a really big lockpick?
Left that in my Swiss Army suit.
My spidey sense something close by.
here we go. I'll do our best to beat this level as fast as possible again. It's not going to be considerably more difficult.
I am Thor, god of thunder and lightning.
At least getting through this first scene isn't that much more difficult. Now we do still have all the things. So it's not like we don't have the detectors, but there is no detector with Stanley in peril, so
Whose less than
we
stellar
may end
idea
up
was this?
missing him.
Get ready.
Hang on, everybody!
Or, I mean, if there's not a way we can save him in story mode, I think we may very well be stuck. That
Reckless
would be...
mortals.
Your god powers aren't helping, Lightning Rod.
You can...
End of the line for you, I'm afraid. Do see yourself out. I'm rather busy.
We need to keep up with Magneto, or we'll lose him in this place.
Yes. And my hammer has an appointment with his head that must be kept.
So all three of the main story characters can fly. So there really is no reason.
My spider
But
sense
these-
again. What is it?
Let's see. Yeah, if there's a Stanley in peril and it's not, and we haven't found it twice now in these first two scenes, that pretty much means that
The might of Mjolnir.
it has to be something we can get. We don't have it yet. It has to be something we can get in story mode. Otherwise, we're not going to get the last Stanley in peril. We're not going to get the last gold brick. And that would be very frustrating.
My
Because
spidey sense something
we
close
have
by.
done a lot of work, or I have done a lot of work at least, to get this far. We've gone through some pretty awful races. We've put up with a lot of repetitiveness and grinding. Take that. What is going on with this? Is there some, like, trick here? Do you have to beat a certain number of characters? This makes no sense. There's... Oh, wait a minute. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I feel so stupid. I feel so dumb I want to edit that out, but I won't. Arg. Come on. I feel so dumb. So let's hope now, since I've found out that there totally wasn't a bug and I'm just losing it mentally. I'm exhausted from playing too much Lego. I swear I am. Too much. Playing 2 Lego games back to back. It's too much. We need the Stanley in peril.
This whole station bends to my will.
And we need
Literally.
to be able to get them.
Do you really think you can defeat me here?
Hopefully we can collect them both in story mode. Otherwise, yeah, we're gonna have to run through this a 4th time because of my own stupidity. Alright. Let's see. We have the iron suit here. Alright, there's something up here. That's Stanley. Excelsior good. Alright. Now, the mini kit detector is on. We need one more mini kit. It doesn't seem like it's in this section. Next section we go. Rotate this bridge, I guess, back so we can chase Magneto. There's a decent chance between Thor, Spider-Man, and
You come to my
Magneto.
lovely asteroid, M, but I
That
don't
I'll
get
be
a
able to-
housewarming gift.
I say thee nay!
Good luck magnetizing Thor's god hammer. Oh, and I've demagnetized my armor just for this occasion.
Yeah, I took a bath. That's all I did.
None of my mutant kin here to betray their race. Oh, what a delightful change of pace. You leave me no choice. This will be your end.
Funny, I
Arg.
was about to say the same thing.
it's a magnetic thing. Alright, fine. One last time. Number 4. Run through. So, this is a great example of where things could go terribly wrong as a YouTuber, as a video game player in general. Why am I just going to skip this?
Hey, don't.
You can completely just get stuck.
I think this cements Stan the Man as the king of cameos.
Have a small make a small mistake and then you end up playing the same level far too many times. It is an inherent flaw with all video games, but it is also a big flaw with Lego games. Just missed it. Totally missed it. So, attempt number 4. The past couple of recordings have been really short. And of course I could try to be sneaky, and it's just not my style. I could come back here and stop the recording, delete it, and start over, and then try again, but it would be kind of impossible because I've already saved all the
We've collated all of our data
collectibles
from every SHIELD
that I've
agent and
gotten.
Avenger throughout the world, and we've managed to ascertain that Dr.
I
Doom
could
is
admit
definitely
I was gonna
up
do
to
an
something
edit,
bad.
then
I know that's not much to go on, but it
cut
is
out
a
the
start,
middle
right?
parts of videos. But you know what? I just want to show a realistic gameplay scenario.
Hey, don't see you.
I think I chose the wrong level. Oops. Wow, I am having a bad time. I'm having a bad time right now. Did I just get all of the true believers while we were at it? Now, almost, I'd say 95% of the game you have watched me play all of it. You've seen me struggle only slightly. This is a kid's game. It is supposed to be struggle-free. Here we go. Magnetic personality is the one we meant to do. So, it's not terrible if you only run into one sequence in a very long game that's difficult, but
That's Magneto's space
the goal
station,
is
Asteroid
that
M.
no
We don't know
player
much
should
about it,
ever
but it is
run
sure to be
into
swarming with bad guys
this
and booby
much
traps.
struggle.
Any SHIELD agent attempting to gain entry should proceed with extreme caution.
Come on, let me skip this. Skip this.
Hey, gentlemen, give our guests here a warm reception to our humble abode.
Alright, number 4. Getting better and better at this, I would hope. Charge this up again. Run over here. Have to charge up again. This. We are getting a few more billion extra studs for having done this level so many multiple times, but I still don't think that's gonna get us up to 20 billion. It may get us up to 15, which was kind of in question.
End of the line for you, I'm afraid. Do see yourself out. I'm rather busy.
We have to do this section.
Well, when one has to go.
Did Thor just make a joke?
So, yeah, I'm sure they never made this level intending for people to play it 5 times. But for little kids, that's probably closer. Imagine you were a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old kid, not particularly good at video games, and you're trying to find all these collectibles. I wouldn't be surprised if it took you more than 10 turns to find them all. If you don't know about the mini-kit detector, it would take me multiple attempts to try and figure out where all those things are. It's because these silver things are not bright enough. Is the problem. If they're in shadow or something, and if they had looked like shiny silver to me a little bit more, I would have totally seen that. So I'm not taking full responsibility for that stupidity. I'm gonna also blame some of it on just the way it's too dark. So once they're both pulled down, they stay down. That helps.
This whole station bends to my will. Literally. Do you really think you can defeat me here?
Nearly an hour into this episode. Amazing. I apologize. I mean, mistakes will be made. I am not a perfect gamer. That is true, but that if it's annoying me, it's probably annoying everybody else. Although it's probably annoying people now. I'm just sitting there talking about it. So maybe we try and think about other things to talk about. If there is any other things. I don't know why you would have a rotating ring on the outside of your space station. That doesn't make a lot of sense. The entire station you would want it to rotate, probably. There's a Delta V is what it's called, I think.
But I don't get a housewarming gift.
It's the...
I say thee nay!
Good luck magnetizing Thor's God Hammer. Oh, and I've demagnetized
We'll go ahead and skip this too. There was a just like relative speed that you would want all the objects in your space station to maintain. So if the outside ring is rotating, we want everything else to be rotating at that relative same speed. Otherwise, you're going to have collisions with it, and those collisions are going to end up destroying something. It's the same theory as if you had 2 cars going 50 miles per hour and they crash face to face into each other. That is effectively a 100-mile-per-hour car crash. Whereas if you have 2 cars going 50 miles per hour in the same direction and one sped up to 51 miles an hour so you can catch up, then that would be effectively getting rear-ended by a 1 mile per hour car. So considerably less damage would be done, depending on some other factors of course. number 10. So what do we have to do to beat this guy? Since if somebody is stuck out here to this point and they want to see, they want to see how to beat this level in case they didn't see the other part. Get down here and punch him as many times as possible.
Not good enough!
That got half his life down. Rebuilds his magnetic helmet. Why he needs a helmet for his fake magnetic body, I don't know. Seems kind of silly. So he's gonna start shooting me with a gun. No Captain America to shoot that back. But I doubt that would work. We had Captain America shoot us. Just changing Captain America. The crossbeam doesn't get deflected. Give me these pieces of junk so I can build something. There is also a problem here is you just are never given the option of what to build. It would be kind of nice if the game specifically told you here's 3 options. You can pick one of them, and maybe there will be 3 different outcomes, or it will be the same outcome regardless of what you build, but you get to pick. Like that pumpkin there, could have been a pumpkin, could have been an apple, could have been anything.
This cannot be.
Anything big.
Mutants are the future, not you heroes!
It could even be like you could make a custom item if you wanted to,
Mighty Thor.
and that would show up in the store mode. Right, so he's got a chainsaw. I don't think I'm going to get an opportunity to use the shield. Obviously, Captain America's shield probably better for my chainsaw. Should. I guess it does, technically. He wasn't able to chainsaw through the shield. So, you'll be able to mentally edit in your mind all the cutscenes and all the worthwhile runs that I did to make that into one run that would have only taken 30 to 40 minutes. This fight's kind of long too. Let's see. Probably been going about 5 minutes. What's the deal? Why can't I build? It's missing something. There must be more junk I need. Throw more junk at me, I guess. I'm gonna build something really big with all these pieces. There we go.
I am Thor, god of thunder and lightning.
Charge it up this big old electromagnet. And then see if the shield can work. Is it sucking up the studs or what? What's going on? This thing's not working. What was supposed to happen there? was Spider-Man. So I had to change the Spider-Man before I could do it. Okay.
Dr. Doom, I require your assistance.
Ignore him. We must focus on the task at hand.
Oh dear.
And so they had him captured, but then they threw him out the airlock just as a joke, I guess. It's not a very nice thing for a superhero to do. Potentially kill. Like, you don't even, I'm not even certain Magneto can breathe in outer space. An hour and 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and skip that part and skip this part.
Hey, no.
Excelsior, even though this one really doesn't feel Excelsior, this one feels the opposite of Excelsior. We get the comic book, let's go look at the comic book. We have 5 gold bricks left. And I think we will get those done potentially in 2 more levels. And hopefully, the odds are very good that the last 2 levels will not be as big of a mess up as this one was. This is the first and hopefully last time we run into this. We may get up to 15 billion. Maybe, maybe not. So yeah, 2 more levels after this. Magnetic personality. I have to say it, though, these comic books do not feel worthwhile at all. They don't feel like they are a good reward. As a Lego fan or as a slight Marvel fan, I don't feel like I have been rewarded for getting those many kits at all. And it is quite a lot of work to get Stan Lee to unlock. To have to get all the Stan Lee impels, that's actually quite a lot of work also. But soon we will have him unlocked, and we will be at 100%. Right now we are at 96.9%, and that's where I'm going to end this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos, even the long ones where I screw up like this. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.